Okay, we checking this one out. I've always wondered this. Why can't God just end the war? He created everything. So why can't he just get rid of Lucifer and stop the war? The only thing I can come up with is the free will option, which to be great and be a merciful God, you must give your people the option of good and bad. So that's the only thing I can think of. We about to check this video out. God.
Kill Lucifer. God created Lucifer to serve as eternal being. He did not create him to die or cease to exist, but to live forever. Ezekiel 28 describes how Lucifer was created perfect, and then iniquity was found in him. When Satan sinned in rebellion against God, he was cast out of the presence of God to live the rest of his existence in eternal separation from God. In this video, we will be talking about why God can't kill Lucifer, and also exploring the story of fallen angels and learning more about religion.
I thought he started it off already. He just has the intro. Okay, I feel you, my guy.
Worlds of history by subscribing to our channel. Once, in the ancient celestial realm, a great war erupted between God and Satan, the fallen angel who had rebelled against the divine order. As powerful as God was, he faced a moral dilemma. You see, Satan was once an angel of light and had...
Okay. Before Satan or Lucifer, was there an option for bad or self? I don't think there were. So I guess Lucifer created that option. And as God, he gave him the free will to choose that option. And I guess with humans, we have the option of free choice. So we have the option to decide good or decide bad. And which option we choose is the side we go to. But if God really wanted to, he could end it all. But he gives people the option to choose, so he doesn't end it. You get me? I think that's the message.
Free will, just like all angels and humans. To kill Satan would mean destroying one of his creations, denying the principles of free will, and undermining the essence of love and choice. Instead, God chose a different path. He decided to confine Satan to the depths of hell, where he would be allowed to roam, tempting and testing humanity. This decision served two purposes: to allow free will to flourish, and for humans to have the opportunity to choose between good and evil, light and darkness. Throughout time,
it's kind of absolute. That binary system right there, crazy.
Guidance to help humans resist Satan's temptations and seek the path of righteousness. The battle between good and evil continues, and it is up to each individual to make their choices wisely. God's refusal to kill Satan reflects his profound respect for the gift of free will that he bestowed upon his creation.
So he respects his own.
Even though it meant dealing with the presence of evil. In this eternal struggle, humans learn valuable lessons and have the opportunity to grow spiritually and find their way back to
basically
God
what he's
through their
saying.
action.
Basically what he's saying. Anything God says is absolute. So he can't even go against his own words. Basically, I think that's what he's saying. He gives the option of free will, so I can't take away the option you chose because I gave you free will to choose that option.
And choices. The age-old battle between good and evil has been a prominent theme in various mythologies, religious texts, and folklore throughout history. One such example is the biblical narrative of Lucifer, the fallen angel, who rebelled against God and was cast out of heaven. While many might wonder why God, being omnipotent and all-powerful, can't simply eliminate Lucifer, this question delves into theological, philosophical, and historical complexities. God's omnipotence and free will dilemma. The notion of God's omnipotence raises a profound question. If God is all-powerful, why can't he simply kill Lucifer or erase him from existence?
Because I don't think God actually hates Lucifer.
One must consider the theological
He loves him like he loves every other angel.
According to various religious teachings, God granted free will to angels and humans, endowing them with the capacity to make choices and decisions independent of his direct control. Lucifer's rebellion exemplifies the consequences of free will exercised in opposition to God.
It's like a teenager rebelling against their parents. We still love you, but when I get up, when I see you, I'm gonna whoop that ass. That's what he said.
God's will. Before we continue, let's talk about fallen angels. Lucifer was the first to fall from grace. He was created as an angel of light, but he rebelled against God. Other angels joined him in his rebellion and were cast out of God's presence to live eternally in anguish separated from God. Fallen angels are also known as demons or evil spirits. In the celestial realm of heaven, where eternal harmony reigned, there was an angel named Seraphiel, adorned with iridescent wings that shimmered like the stars themselves. Seraphiel was among the most radiant beings, graced with unparalleled beauty and wisdom. But amidst the celestial symphony, an unsettling dissonance began to echo through the heavenly spheres. Lucifer, once the morning star and leader of the heavenly choir, had grown resentful of God's authority. He saw himself as deserving of greater power, seeking to establish his own dominion. And so, he cunningly gathered a faction of angels, whispering promises of liberation from the perceived constraints of heaven's rule. Seraphiel, like many others, was captivated by Lucifer's charisma and alluring words. In a moment of doubt, Seraphiel questioned whether the Creator truly understood the hearts of his creations. As the seeds of rebellion were sown, Seraphiel's once unwavering faith began to waver, swayed by Lucifer's honeyed rhetoric. With every passing day, Lucifer's rebellion gained momentum, fueled by his charismatic manipulation and the doubts he stoked in the hearts of angels. Seraphiel found himself torn between his loyalty to the divine order and the seductive allure of rebellion. In the heart of heaven, a celestial assembly was called to address the growing crisis. God's voice thundered, resonating through the heavenly realm as he confronted Lucifer and his followers. With a heavy heart, Seraphiel watched as the rebellion reached its pinnacle, and Lucifer's defiance escalated to the point of open rebellion against the Creator. As the celestial battle raged, Seraphiel stood at a precipice, torn between the allure of rebellion and the call of duty to the divine order. In a moment of clarity, he remembered the countless ages of love, grace, and wisdom bestowed upon him by the Creator. He recalled the joyous melodies of heaven and the harmony that once filled his being. In that moment, Seraphiel chose to follow the path of love and devotion, to remain loyal to the Creator who had granted him existence and purpose. He spread his radiant wings and ascended, joining the ranks
I got one
of the
question real
faithful.
quick. The image of God we have is like a being sitting on top of a throne, right? Did he create all the angels in his image, just like men in his image? And I don't know, does God have wings like angels, or does he have just a back? Like, that's so funny. But does he just have no wings like humans? Or he just has the ability to do anything he wants? That's the question right there.
Angels who defended heaven against the darkness that sought to engulf it. In the midst of the celestial battle, God's power shone brightly, and the heavens roared with thunderous energy. The rebellion was quelled, and Lucifer's followers were cast out of heaven, forever barred from the eternal light. As the dust settled, Seraphiel felt a deep sorrow for his fallen brethren, for he understood the allure of rebellion and the pain of their separation from the divine presence. He wished they could have seen the folly of their choices and returned to the embrace of the Creator's love. With tears in his eyes, Seraphiel bowed before the throne of God, seeking forgiveness for the doubt that had briefly clouded his heart. In his infinite mercy, the Creator forgave Seraphiel, recognizing the profound struggle he had faced. However, there were consequences for the fallen angels who had chosen the path of rebellion. Cast out of heaven, they found themselves in a realm far removed from the radiant light they once knew. Lucifer, now called Satan, roamed the darkened abyss, filled with bitterness and hatred for the Creator, and all those who remained in the celestial realm. As the eons passed, Seraphiel remained steadfast in his devotion to God, serving as a reminder of the choice that had changed the course of celestial history. His once doubtful heart had been transformed into an unwavering flame of love and loyalty. In the celestial realm, the memory of the fallen star lived on, a testament to the eternal struggle between light and darkness, free will and divine providence. Seraphiel's story became a cautionary tale, reminding all beings of the consequences of doubt and the power of choice. And in the hearts of angels and mortals alike, his unwavering faith shone like a beacon, illuminating the path to eternal harmony and love. As eons passed, the cosmic battle between good and evil continued to unfold on Earth. and in the celestial realm. While Satan's influence was ever present, so too was the divine grace and love of God, constantly offering redemption and forgiveness to those who sought it. In the course of history, there were moments when the darkness seemed to grow stronger, and the world teetered on the brink of despair. But it was during these darkest times that the light of hope shone the brightest. Heroes emerged, guided by their faith and conviction, to stand against the forces of evil, and inspire others to do the same. These brave souls, both ordinary and extraordinary, served as a beacon of hope for humanity. They exemplified the potential for goodness within every human heart, reminding people that the power to overcome evil lies within their choices and actions. As the ages passed, a profound realization emerged among the celestial beings and humans alike. The struggle against evil was not merely an external battle, but an internal one as well. Each person carried the capacity for both light and darkness within them, and it was up to them to determine which path to follow. God's wisdom in not destroying Satan allowed this vital lesson to unfold. It nurtured compassion and empathy for understanding the struggles of others and resisting temptation. It reminded beings of the interconnectedness of all life and the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Over time, a deeper understanding of the divine plan began to emerge. It was revealed that the eventual defeat of Satan would not come through violence, but through the transformative power of love and redemption. It was a struggle that had to be fought within the hearts and minds of beings across the cosmos. Through countless acts of kindness, selflessness, and courage, individuals found the strength to resist temptation and darkness. As these acts multiplied and resonated across the fabric of existence, the grip of evil slowly began to loosen. Yet, even with this progress, the battle continues to this day. The struggle between good and evil remains an inherent part of the human experience, and individuals are tested in their resolve each passing moment. But as long as there are beings who choose love over hate, compassion over cruelty, and selflessness over selfishness,
I feel like they be dragging these videos, bro. What are you trying to get to 10 minutes? He's definitely trying to get to 10 minutes right now. I'm gonna let him know.
By evil. So the tale endures, and the eternal struggle.
When he get the 10 minutes, I get the 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna trip.
By the wisdom of a divine being who chose not to destroy, but to teach, not to eliminate, but to nurture, not to impose, but to inspire. For it is through this path that the grand tapestry of creation continues to weave its intricate and profound story of life, free will, and the eternal dance between light and darkness. God is the author of life. He created Lucifer as an eternal being to live forever. When Lucifer sinned, he was cast out of God's presence and will live eternally in anguish separated from God. Humans are created in God's image as three-part beings, spirit, soul, and body. Thanks for watching my video on the history of fallen angels.
I might have to check that one out next. The Nephilim. Woo, boy. But yeah, y'all got any other videos you want me to watch? I might have to check that one out now for real. But yeah, your boy and my God.